Hi everyone, I hope you had a great first week of class. We are about to start week 2, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing this week. First of all, though, I do want to start off by apologizing. I know some of you had a little trouble with the blogger and logging in to answer the questions, and so hopefully we got that worked out. If anybody's still having any issues, let me know. Don't worry, we'll get it worked out. This week we are going to be looking at a few different things. So we're going to start off by looking at what our reading assignment is. So I'm in our modules and I'm looking here at week 2. Alright, so for week 2, you're reading chapters 3, 9, and 13 in your textbook. And these 3 chapters will help you with the assignments for this week. Okay, oops, it got away from me. Sorry about that. Alright, so after that, you are going to look at also this Prezi about copyright and fair use. So if you click on it, it's going to open up and then it'll take you out, and you can click through this Prezi and read a little bit about copyright and fair use. And this will make sense to you and why it's important after you finish reading your chapters for this week. And so you just click on the arrow and that starts. Now, if you have not used Prezi, I chose this for this presentation because this is a great tool for your students to use. It's a presentation tool, kind of like PowerPoint, but it's got some different capabilities. But one of the really cool things about Prezi is that it's all web-based. Students do not have to have a program. As long as they have internet access, they can get to their Prezi. You can also have students collaborate on Prezis together. So this is a great tool to use. So after you click through this presentation, if you're interested in it, I would click around a little bit more on the page and see if you can find anything else about Prezi you like, and if you have questions, please let me know. All right, so after you've done that, we're back into our module, and that will lead us into this week's discussion question. As usual, our discussion question is worth 10 points. There is a rubric for the discussion question. If you click over here and click Show Rubric, you can see it. It's not very detailed, but it just shows you what each is. Your main response is worth 5 points, and then your peer responses are worth 2.5 each. So it says, as a classroom teacher, what are your responsibilities to model and encourage responsible digital citizenship? Digital citizenship, and you're going to learn about this in your chapters this week, but it's about being a good digital citizen. It's about making good choices on the web. So you're going to consider copyright, fair use, academic honesty, and equality of opportunity in your answer, and these things will be covered in your chapters. So you're going to post at least one comment in response to the question by Wednesday night at midnight, and make sure you reference your text, and then reply to at least 2 other classmates' comments by Friday at midnight. Remember, look at those discussion forum guidelines if you need to refresh, but we're not just saying good job, I agree, we're giving some insightful feedback in response to our peers. So if you have questions about any of that, let me know. All right, and then our Evaluating Internet Resources video and assignment. If you click on this, it's going to open up a page. What you're going to do is you're going to watch the following presentation about evaluating internet resources, and then you're going to complete the internet resources packet assignment. There's a link to it here, and then there's also another link in the module. This video, this presentation was actually done in Google Slides, which is another great presentation tool. Another one that is completely web-based, and it's a lot like PowerPoint, and if students and teachers are familiar with PowerPoint, they'll be able to use Google Slides pretty easily. But then I took it and used a free tool called Screencast-O-Matic to make a screencast of myself doing the presentation for you guys, since we're not in an actual classroom. So those are another couple of really cool tools you can use in your classroom. So after you watch it, you'll go to the assignment. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And here we go. It says your task will be to compile a list of 10 websites that you would believe would be good resources for teachers and or students. You're going to include at least 5 sites for each type of users. So make sure you have at least 5 types that are good for students and 5 that are good for teachers. Some sites may be suitable for both students and teachers, so if you're saying this site is good for students and teachers, tell me why it's good for both. You should write up your list of resource websites in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, and you want to include the following information: the title of your website, the website address or URL, a brief 1 to 3 sentence description of the features and contents of the site, and a brief 1 to 3 sentence description of how the website might be used in the classroom by students and or teachers. So it should look similar to this table that I've got here below. You see my title, I chose Scholastic Book Wizard. There's the address, and I said this site allows teachers to find information on thousands of titles and access different resources to go, along with the books. And then how can this site be used in the classroom? The teachers can use this site to find videos and activities to go along with books that they use in their classroom. So that's an example. So you do 10 of those. And here's like I said, here's the other link to the assignment that was in the module, which is what you pulled down just then were the instructions, but this is the actual assignment where you can also get the instructions again. And you can see your rubric and how you'll be assessed, and this is worth 30 points. And this is due July 17th. Sorry, July 11th is tomorrow. July 17th, that's Saturday. So this is due by Saturday at midnight. And then our final assignment of the week is our blog post. So you're going to click here on our blog post. It says for this week's blog post, look at the website about propaganda techniques. So if you click here, you're going to pull up this website that talks about different propaganda techniques. Just want to read through it. And then you're going to go to this week's blog, and you're going to use that information to answer the question. So when you click on the blog post, it's going to pull up our blog. You may notice our blog web address changed. Google was having some issues with our other blog, so I had to quickly create us a new one. So that's why you don't see week 1, you just see week 2. You can still access the other one that just has week 1 on it, but it was not letting me edit. It was trying to combine my Google accounts for some reason, and I couldn't get back to it. But this is week 2. And so it says, following up on the website on propaganda techniques, find one website on your own that illustrates an example of one of those propaganda techniques. Discuss which technique you believe is being used and the purpose you believe the website is trying to achieve by using it. Are they trying to get somebody to buy something or change somebody's mind about something? I'm sure there's a lot of good political websites out there right now you could use. Make sure to include a link to the site so we can check it out. So those are our assignments for this week in Module 2. Next week we'll have a couple of more assignments, and we'll be getting into our first lesson plan. And if you look back up here at the top, under our course documents and links, you can see the rubrics to all of our lesson plans. So you want to click on those and look at the instructions and the rubrics. Please feel free to do so. That's there for you to use and to go ahead and be looking at and thinking about. I'm working on grading this week's assignments. I was out of town at the beach off and on last week. I know, poor me. But so I am working on catching up, but I should have everything graded by Tuesday, I'm hoping at the latest. But if you have questions or concerns about anything, please email me, or you can message me through the Canvas, and that'll also go to my email. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you had a great 4th of July holiday week, and I look forward to continuing the class.